Hey everybody, Rose Shows here, and today I'm going to show you how to make any nail polish brush perfect. Whether you're assembling new bottles as a fellow fabulous nail polish making hobbyist and dealing with a big old bag of bent up brushes, or a brush that came in a nail polish you bought and the brush inside was less than perfect. I'm sure we all have a few in our collection that could be, shall we say, improved. Either which way, I'm going to show you how to make it just perfect for you. Now listen, I want you to know that if your polish comes with the wonky one, if you contact the maker, most will mail you out a replacement. Just for me, if I've spent my $16, probably another $4 shipping and handling on that nail polish that I just could not live without, and I've tracked it all the way, each state that it went through, till it finally came to my house, I don't want to wait until they send me out a new one so I can wear that polish. I want to wear it now. So this is why I made this video for you. Let's start with the nail polish bottle that comes with the wonky brush first. I've got a few things here to demonstrate with. What we're working on here is cleaning the nail polish off of this brush so that we can then do with it as we will do with the rest, which I will show you in the next part. Because I make nail polish as a hobby, I have extra bottles. If you have an extra one, grab that. If not, no worries. I'll show you just what to do. Please do not ding me that some of my nails are not polished and others are. You'll notice throughout this video that my nails are at different stages of doneness in the manicure. As I was in the midst of recording my video on how to make PLEEEZE base coat last up to 2 weeks, I started trying to edit this video only to find out that new phone, first time out, didn't record, gotta refilm everything. This happened several times. This is like my first video. Hoping you'll let that slide. I'm gonna go ahead and put this acetone. Acetone is better than nail polish remover for this job, but if you only have nail polish remover, that will in fact work. Now, hopefully I didn't fill that too full. Just right. Okay, let me just put the cap on this. Now, if you don't have an extra nail polish bottle to put your acetone in, don't worry at all. Just grab any kind of a dish. That acetone won't harm. You'll pour your acetone in that, and then once separated from the cap, you'll drop the brush in that acetone and clean it that way. In order to separate your brush from the cap, first, of course, you want to remove as much of your precious polish as you can. No waste, not want not. I'm going to grab a paper towel just to protect my fingers, and then I go completely out of frame so you can't see anything. But it's okay, because since I had to record this whole thing 6 times, I have these to show you. Now, the most important thing is to be sure to grab it by the stem as opposed to the actual bristles and pull it out. Here you see me do it again with the paper towel. Pop! There it goes. Easy peasy. It doesn't take much strength. Did I mention I had to record this 6 times? Yep, not kidding. 6 times. Not 5. 6! 6, I say. Don't. So now, if I had put the nail polish remover in that dish, I would just drop this in, let it soak for a few minutes. I'd take it out, brush off the bits and pieces, and maybe dip it in again, so on and so forth, until it was all clean. Because I have this other bottle here, I'm just gonna put it in like that. And you see that just by screwing on the cap, it lodges the brush right back in place. And this is probably the most important point of this video. Don't forget to cover your nail polish bottle if you want to still be able to use that nail polish, because nail polish and air, you know, air is the enemy. Okay, who put that S there? Let me just clarify real quick. Every second that your nail polish is exposed to air, it is drying out and getting gloopy. This is not good. So always put your lid back on your polish right away, okay? So there are lots of good reasons to have a bottle of nail polish remover in a nail polish bottle with a nail polish brush. Lots of different ways that that can be used. So for me, I just decided to go ahead and do it this way to show you. Now I'm going to show you in fast motion, but tell you at regular speed. Bottom line is whether you clean it in a bottle or in a little container, your goal is to end up with a 100% nail polish free brush. This part doesn't have to be perfectly clean. You can certainly clean it if you want to. I can see there's a little nail polish in there, meaning wedged inside this plastic tube here. I'm not going to worry about that. as long as these bristles are completely clean. I'm going to give it one more little bath in there. So you soak it and you bathe it and you swish it and you wipe it over and over until you're absolutely positive that your bristles are 100% nail polish free, because nail polish and water should never mix. And our next step involves water. We're going to use that water after it cools just down from boiling. Like, oh, it was boiling. A minute later, we're ready to work with it. And I will meet you in our workspace. What am I doing? Is this the messed up one? That's the messed up one. What am I doing here? I've lost my way, people. This happens when the video is on. Okay, there we go. All right, don't judge me. So we're going to take these. We're going to bring our boiling water, and probably get a paper towel is another good idea. See you there. Oops, I almost forgot about my nail polish makers. When you buy a bunch of bottles, they come in 3 parts, which you then assemble yourself. Now here's something I wish I'd known. I put this nail polish bottle together before I knew about this trick, and some of them were pretty bent up. This one wasn't too bad. It was just kind of like crimped at the tip. And I thought, well, you know, the nail polish will straighten that out over time. Well, no, it doesn't. It does not. Not in the slightest. Even if you just have like 2 strands going this way, you better cut them off or do the trick I'm about to show you. Now back to our regularly scheduled broadcasting. This is, of course, the brushes. And most of the time, this is like an IQ test, and I'm failing it. Come on now. Most of the time the brushes come a little bit mangled. And I see in... This is really... I mean, this is not like a hard trick bag. Just... There we go. Okay. So I see all the time in reviews, people are like... But the brushes were terrible because they come like this and stuff. But that's normal when you're getting a good price. I'd rather, price-wise, do this part myself. And also because I know I'm going to fix them just right. And it's easy peasy when you know how. And in just a moment, that will be you. You, like me, will know how. Like a magic trick. Only I'm going to show you what happens behind the, you know, what's up the sleeves. Okay, now you get those and these or whatever you've got, then bring them with you. Get a bowl to boil water and paper towel and come see with me. Okay, so I've got my mangled brushes, and in this mug I have just regular tap water, and I heat it up in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and then I just take these messed up fellas and throw them in the like a witch. Boy, oh boy, oh, toil and trouble. This is my magic wand. So literally, I just leave them in there for a few minutes. They're probably close to done now. I went from making a magic trick for you to witchcraft, and now it's like squirrel, because I'm seeing my nail polish in this lighting and I'm like mesmerized. Okay. But I will be showing how I made this nail polish and many others, so if you think you might be interested, subscribe. Okay, so now what we do is we just fish these out, and after they're out, let's see, make sure they're all straight. I definitely check them each separately to make sure that they're straight. If you saw that one, I could, if I let it sit there for a minute. Oh, that's okay. I usually do this with my fingers, and that's the thing I was going to show you, is that I'll take and go like this and kind of flatten it further and get like a little bit of a triangular tip to it and let it dry that way, and that gives you a nice broad sort of ability to, does that make sense? I know I'm not saying words here, I apologize. It allows them to widen out at the bottom and give you a good stroke. I'm not, the words are not quite there. Now look at this one. I've freeze framed and zoomed in on this because I want to show you how sometimes, even though they've been through the boiling water, they can still come out funky and need to be squeezed with your fingers or some way ironed out to be straight and perfect. This is why I actually prefer doing this part myself, and why it's important to check each one individually. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, but it's a little bit boring to watch, so chipmunks, take us into warp speed. Normally, I line these up straight to begin with. Something in my mind says that water in there. Stop touching the boiling water, Rose. Ah. In case you missed that dramatic moment, lassie, please be remembered that water and nail polish should never be mixed. That was a terrible accent. What am I thinking? Sorry, you guys. Normally I line these up, you know, in perfect little rows, more like this top row is. But to stay in frame for you, I did that. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Wow. Look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to straighten these all out off camera so that I don't have one that ends up like this. You can probably see it now. See how there's one little hair there and one little hair there sticking the wrong way? So that, and there's one. If that dried that way, it would be stuck that way, and that would be a pain in the butt. Pain in the buttinsky. Can you see how that one is? So that's why I say check them and check them, and then leave them be. I'll show you before I leave them be. Of course, you just set them right to start with. So you can see I have them all set just right. At the risk of being annoyingly repetitive, leave them till they are totally dry. We have all our brushes like this, and I have put my balls, which did not come with this set, bought those separately, in already. You just put that in there like so. Don't mind that this nail is polish free. This one is also about to be polish free, but that's a different video because I use Peely base coat. So you close the top like so, and voila, it is one. It is become zen. Here's just because I can see this is happening. This will end up in another video as well, but just a quick preview for you of how I am able to use the Peely base coat. Make it last. This has been on for 2 weeks. And then on about the 6th day after no maintenance, one will pop off in the night, as you can see this one has. Then I know the rest are ready to go, and it's easy like this. And underneath, you see my manicure. This manicure is about 3 weeks old, and the way I've got it all worked, I only have to do the full manicure once every 4 to 6 weeks. I have been working on making this Peely base coat video for the longest. It's a hard video to make. I mean, it's not hard to do, it's just hard to show. If you see it, you'll totally get it. Here's a close-up of my manicure underneath. So now I just do a little prep. It's very fast with my technique I've developed. New polish color, and presto changeo, it's like a whole new manicure. And this way, I only have to use acetone on my skin like once every 4 to 6 weeks, which is so great because it can take my skin a week or 2 to recover. But enough about that. As I said, that's a whole other video. This whole explaining stuff on video, it's all new to me. And it's not as easy as it would seem. But anyway, subscribe if that sounds like something you'd like to see. And then later today, I'm going to be making my essential oil skeeter beater. Don't be a skeeter feeder, be a skeeter beater. And smell good to your friends and family, just icky to mosquitoes. All the YouTube wisdom is you have to put up videos that you don't think you did a good job on. You'll cringe when you put them up. You'll cringe when you look at them later, but you gotta start putting them up. So I'm gonna put it up. If there was anything about this video that was useful or helpful to you in any way, please give it a thumbs up, either polished or unpolished thumbs up, because that is so helpful to a startup channel like mine. Because when you do that, you are telling YouTube that this is a good video, and that causes the YouTube algorithm gods to put my video into the feed of other people who like videos like the videos that you like. And that gives us exposure. And that I would be so grateful. And then if you think this would be helpful to somebody, Go ahead and share it. I barely have the nerve to put it up, so it's hard for me to ask you to share it. Subscribe. Oh, subscribe. I've got so much good stuff coming for you. Comment and tell me if I've left you with any questions. Always, please, if I leave you with any question marks dangling over your head, do not hesitate for a moment to ask me in the comments. And if I can't answer you right back in the comments typing it out, I will make a pickup video. And then I will give you a link to the pickup video answering your question, because that's the kind of YouTube tutorialist I would like to be. Rose shows, that's me. Made that rhyme. Tweedledee. Wait, there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, and I love a request, so feel free. Okay, I made that rhyme. All right, bye everybody. Bye now. Rose shows, bye.